Hello, and welcome back to Stranded Deep with Drew Adley. I'm DH Dunn, and it's dark out, and there's bats over there. All right, so I think it's been a couple days since the last part. I think we can still have Drew sleep here. Yeah, the world's graying out. So, all right, so here we go. So one of the things that I want to look at right away before we get into anything else, I think this probably burned out, is health. So his health is currently at about, I'm going to call it a bar and 3/4. His food is great, his water's okay, his SPF is okay. Let's get him out of the shade though, because it did say the UV was high. I don't know what will raise his health. I don't know whether that's going to go get better over time. It's something I want to pay attention to. So the second thing I wanted to look at was our crafting options. So we have a fire pit. Excuse me. We do have a fire pit. That's right there. We have a fire spit. And we could make that. What I don't know is why. I don't know what the real benefits of that would be. There's no like information in this. I kind of suspect it would allow us to cook multiple meats at the same time, and I do think he's carrying some meat that is not bad yet. So let's try this spit right now, because I'd like to see what this does. So we need a lashing, we need 3 sticks, and we already have the fire pit. So do we have enough to make a lashing right now? We do. Okay. Do we have 3 sticks? No. But we could get 3 sticks pretty quickly, I think. What is that? That's the fishing spear. I've looked at that about 20 times now. So this meat here from a couple days ago is never going away. So it's a companion. What I would like to do is find some sticks. Now I'm hearing that watch beep, but I don't know what it's trying to tell me. It might be telling me that the UV is high. We have no status effects right now. Survived 8 days. Very good. So I'm just going to run out here and try to grab 3 sticks in the high UV. We'll be okay. I wonder if I can turn this into sticks. 5, 6. I saw it move a little bit. I kind of feel like this is not... Oh! Just as I was about to give up. There's all the sticks we need. Great. Now, I guess we have one too many things in our hand. Gosh, this is another thing I really want to look into. Okay, so we have one more stick than we need. All right. Let's get back over here. There's our fire pit. And, whoops, wrong button. Let's get to the crafting. Fire spit. Right there. Hey, look at that. All right, now let's take the meat. X to attach. And let's take the other meat. No. Can we... All right, so effectively this lets us cook 2 different things. That may not be used as intended, but I'm happy with that. I think the beeping is just the high sunlight. So while our cooking is going on, I'm going to go check our water. I'm wondering if we want to maybe have Drew have a second water collection so that when it does rain, you get, hey look, a floating coconut. Hey, this coconut's perfectly usable too. Let's drink it. Where's my knife? Ugh, our knife ran out. Got to make a new knife. We'll pick that up though. What was I saying? I'm wondering if we want to collect more water, like have a second water collection system so that when it does rain. My general goal here is to get Drew into a more sustainable situation so that we're not just constantly running around for food and water, but that it's something that he can more harvest. So this has a bit of a lean to it, but no water again. So, I mean, if we had two of that, then we just have two things with no water in it. I don't think that's any good. So I'm looking for some rocks so that I can make another knife. I thought that was a rock. It is a crab. While I'm looking for rocks, hello, Mr. Crab. Just filmed my first video. Oh, our food is done. Filmed my first video for the channel. And my first newsletter video. And it's funny because you film it and then you like think of 100 things you would have done differently after you rewatch it. So it's definitely a case of, you know, you take some feedback from yourself and you think about, you know, how to improve the process. I'll leave that there. I'm not unhappy with it. I definitely wanted something that would, you know, show a more natural version of me. Then I don't think much of my personality comes out in the written newsletters, and not that, you know, I have this big larger than life personality anyway, but I've got a little bit, and I'd like to be able to show that more. So I'm hoping that the newsletter can do that. So I want it to feel fairly natural, or the newsletter videos. I want it to feel natural, but right there, I had no idea how much I said until I listened to that video. And you know how sometimes you talk faster than you'd like to, and you know, it's the same thing I think everybody goes through when they do something like this. We've got our stone tool. That's part of what we need back here to pick up the meat. It's done. Okay. I'm hoping I can just hang on to that meat now that it's cooked for a while. Alright, we gotta make a better knife, which requires lashing. And we don't have the stuff to do lashing. After this, after we get this knife, I really want to look at the, I think it's a tool belt. I thought we made one at some point, but I want to look at the tool belt because this inventory situation is it's just constantly in the way. All right, there's our lashing. Craft. Okay, yep, got to put it on the ground because we don't have enough room in inventory. So we look at the inventory. Let's just eat this meat. There we go. Now we have enough room. Okay, so we're going to make the refined knife. We have that. We're going to put that on the ground, I guess, or what is the problem? Okay. So now we're going to, I'd say, drop this rock and pick up the knife. Okay. Get out of the sun. Let's confirm that we are out of the sun. UV is high. I wonder if I can walk around and this will change. Interesting. Alright, well, I'm trying to avoid it. Water's an issue. There's the coconut. Let's drink this. Grab that. Go here. There we go. Okay. I'm going to stand over here and I want to look at our crafting options. So there's axes and hammers. I don't really know if that's to get us now. Fishing is interesting. We do have the fishing spear. But I thought there was... I mean, there's the loom. There's a plank station. It doesn't really tell you what the, you know, what does it do, though? Container shelf, wood table. Yeah, I mean, I definitely want to build him someplace to live. But what about this? Farming. Okay, so to make a plot, wood farming plot, a hoe is required for farming. Okay. Let's see if we can see a hoe as an option here. Crude hoe. Okay, so what do we need for that? Stone tool, a stick, lashing. Okay, so we should be able to come up with that. So we can make another stone tool. We could use that rock that I just dropped and now we'll never find in this grass. We need some more fibrous leaves. We did just do this one? I think so. This one looks... that looks done as well. There's a stick. We need a stick, so grab that. And there's some small palm trees that we can get some fibrous leaves from like this. Pick up. And... you know, the game is doing a good job of making me feel the heat. I can feel how hot he is. Although, I like the looks of these clouds. I would very much like a rainstorm. I hope that's not just for show. Fibrous leaves. Fibrous leaves. I've been carrying around this one potato forever. I really want to get this farm going. And fibrous leaves. Alright, make the lashing. Let's see here. Craft. Got our lashing. Just need a rock. Like this one. Okay. Get the rock. Let's get back in the center. Now, of course, we don't know what he needs, you know, in terms of an environment to farm with. But we'll find out. So, we're going to make a stone tool. Not enough room in your inventory. It's blue. I'll find it. Okay. Craft the stone tool. Okay. And it's going to complain again. Maybe not, actually. Look at how toasty he's getting. I mean, I'm in the shade. Wow, he's super close to being in serious trouble. Is this... I can't find anywhere. What if I crouch? Then I can't see my... I mean, I gotta say, they're stranded deep. I know, but if I know you need to cool down, Drew. I'm working on it. All right, here we go. Right here, we're at none. You can see it ticking up. He's very low on water again. Let's craft this hoe. Right here, craft. Okay. Now, whoops. If we wanted to see, I thought we made this. Tool, pouch, lashing, and cloth, which we have those. Okay, so we'll keep that in mind. But over here to farming. So, wood farming plot. Inspect. We need 4 sticks. We need lashing. What happened? Oh, that's right. There was a note that talked about the hoe. So we need more lashing. We need 4 sticks. And we need water. His SPF is doing better. Do we see any coconuts that we can quickly go grab? We don't want Drew out here long. There's one. I see it. I'm still crouched. Now he's in high UV. Grab the coconut. Get down. It has a similar feel to Long Dark in that there's a lot of kind of desperation. You know, there's okay, I'm good, but I never feel good for too long, which I do enjoy. And you do fight the inventory system in Long Dark as well, not to this extent. It's definitely the thing that I'm saltiest about. Is constantly having to balance my inventory here. Okay, so we need more lashing and we need sticks. So let's see. Is there another... I still haven't looked up if it's yucca or yucca. Alright, well, for one thing, we can just take this tree. That'll get us our sticks. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Now we need our lashing. How are we doing on SPF? Very good. Okay, at least that recovers pretty quickly. And, you know, I assume he would eventually die from that. Okay, so our health is slowly getting better. I see that. We're up to almost 2 full bars. So maybe we're just recovering from the poison. That would be great. Okay, now memory tells me that there actually was one more yucca plant here in the center that I hadn't. This one I think I have too. I think they look better than this one. I haven't messed with them yet. Yes, let's leave that alone. There, that's the one. Right there. Question is, will I find these things once I chop it? 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't want to take the other one because then I won't have an inventory room. Flashing, craft. Okay. Now, I think we have everything we need. Now we have to find somewhere that it will let us do it. Like right here. Wood farming plot. Oh no, we have to water it. Okay, so we made a farming plot. All right, now how do we use it? Nothing particularly is happening. X is doing nothing. So maybe we get the potato. I can plant these. Use. Hold X to plant spoiled potatoes. Okay. Alright, so we'll, I guess, see if that grows into anything. Planted your first farm lot is an achievement that I just got. I did learn that the achievements do not show up on Twitch. When I get them, only I'm seeing them locally. Alright, water is a problem. We've got, what, 1730. So I think we try to get him, get Drew a coconut or 2. And if there are any left to acquire, then we'll put him to bed. And, you know, it hasn't been tremendously action-packed here, but there actually is some things being accomplished. We have already made improved the cooking situation so that we can cook 2 things at the same time. I swear I saw a coconut up here. Nope. Oh, and it's getting dark. And we have our farming. We don't know if that's going to lead to anything, but we needed to try. So, a problem could be not many coconuts left, and now it's getting too dark to find them. I can put my little cursor up in the trees, which is a bit of a cheat. I saw a coconut there. Alright, we're gonna have to make the best of this one coconut. I wonder if we can turn that lantern back on. I actually appreciate this light my watch is giving me. Don't know why it's beeping now. I guess it's probably beeping for water. Hey, the lantern comes back on. Excellent. So let's drop this coconut. We'll give this a couple chops. Pick it up. God, he's got to be so sick of coconut by now. Okay. The amount of coconuts just littering this area is hilarious. Okay, we're going to turn the lantern off in case it uses fuel. Put Drew to bed here. Definitely throw a save in there. Go to sleep. And, you know, we're still in that early stage of these kinds of games. You know, in the Long Dark, I feel like this stage doesn't. But water isn't a big problem in the Long Dark. As long as you have fire, you can always melt snow to get water. Here, he's surrounded by water he can't drink. And struggling to find enough water that he can. How bad is it? It's empty. Okay. So first order of business, again, is get a coconut. And I think our path to sustainability has to come from removing our need for coconuts. I thought that was going to be the water collection. I thought that would get that done. It doesn't. It doesn't seem to collect much water. I guess, what's it going to collect if it doesn't rain? And it has not been raining. A good rainstorm would really be huge. I'm going to pick that up. So I think there certainly is the argument that multiple water collection systems would allow us to collect more water when something happens, but I think I want to check out one of these wrecks. Now, I don't know if I've checked this one. I'm going to head out here just for a quick swim. This also lets him get out of the sun. Good. Try to use our morning here a little more effectively. Growing up in Oregon, I would think that Drew would be a pretty good swimmer. I saw something, discus? Did I see discus as he was going by? I gotta watch his breathing. It's already complaining about water again. Might have been a fish. I think we have been here. That's lashing. We can take that. Whoops. Let's get some air. All right. My hope now is that one of these wrecks that's near him is going to contain, you know, some solution. Another lantern, that's great. I don't think we have checked this. Hammer, I think we have one of those. This is planks and leather. Oh shit. Oh god. Poor Drew. Oh boy. Okay, let's get you back to the island there, big fella. We've been beating the crap out of you today. What's that on the... Oh, no, that's just some kind of sponge thing. It's a Lashal. Later in the series, there are some creatures called the Lashal who show up basically in Fractured Everest books 4 and on. They're there. They get a lot of attention in 5 and 6. And they have a really interesting society and culture and system. I really like the Lashal. I would like to do more with them. They are sentient colonies of sponges. All right, let's see. So again, water. And, you know, I don't know how fast our coconuts come back, but here's one. So I think I'm going to grab him this coconut and then maybe just take a minute before we close here. What is this? To just kind of think out loud about what direction I want to take this, or we want to go. I think there's two issues that are holding Drew back. One is water, the other is inventory. It's hard for him to... The inventory is admittedly much more of an irritation for me. Although I did have to leave some things behind on that wreck because I just can't carry enough stuff. But water, does these stay good? These do stay good. So once you cook meat, it's good. Let's eat that. Whoops, not jump with it. And, all right, that's good. So the question really is about water. I suppose there's not a lot of harm in building another collection station so that we at least get more water when it does rain. You know, because a lot of the other crafting options here are food solutions, not water solutions. Now, the other island did have fruits that contained a lot of water in them. If we could find a way to grow those on Everest here, that would be great. Here, whoops, let me look. The next section had the water still, which we have made one, and we could certainly make a second. The rest of these options, this down here, down at the end, looks very water focused. Maybe by crafting we could get to that. So I think our goal for next time is going to be to create a second water still so that when it rains, we get more water. What's this going to ask of us? 3 rocks, some lashing, which we already have a palm frond, that we already have a coconut flask. You know what? I think I want to maybe bust this out right now. Let's go find some rocks. Let's try to get a little bit more productivity out of this. I mean, we added the cooking spit. You know, it lets them make more meat. Food hasn't been as big an issue. Let's see what we can find rock-wise. Is this a rock? Nope. It's a rock, but it's not a rock. It's not a rock you can use. I'm seeing these seagulls land near us, and I'm reminded that you can go after seagulls. I think we checked that large superstructure boat. You see that purple there? I think this is the thing that poisoned him. Yes, it is. All those spikes sticking up. Alright, so we'll stay away from that. And here comes the UV, but we got plenty. Complaining about water again already. We're going to have to sacrifice a coconut just to get this done. Get this second water station done. But I do think it's worth it. But maybe I'm just going island happy from being here so long on an island that is filled with rocks and yet no rocks that we can use. I'm not going... I don't want to go to another island just to get rocks. Come on. Game. Let's not be ridiculous here. And yet, I'm not seeing it. I think I dropped one inside the main camp. I don't know that there's rocks in the water that you can pick up. We're back to this. So we have circled the entire island. So, well, that now, as I complain, I find one. And I'm going to carry it around so that Drew remembers what a rock looks like. What happens if you... No, I wondered if he would throw the rock. Oh! I saw that. This tiniest... Yes! The greatest thing in the world is falling from the sky. Rain. Even though we don't have our second water station up yet. The fact that there's anything happening here is fantastic. So even as we continue, I wish you could have him just, you know, Drew, open your mouth. Cup your hands. Let it fall into your hands. Some of it must be... Ooh, there's another rock. Some of it must be collecting in the raft. But so be it. We know that the water station is going to collect some. And that's great. Now, what I'm looking for is one more rock. It'd be great if we could get this up while the storm is still going. I don't think that's going to happen. But... And as much as I want to stop... Oh, I want to stop and look at the storm. I like watching the storm. Excellent wave physics in this game. Come on, Drew, you got to power through here. You got to find this other rock. And of course, if you can be hit by lightning in this game, you know, I guess so be it. Nothing I can do about that. Alright, since we know there is another rock in the middle somewhere, I believe, let's go take a look. Maybe the lightning will help me find it. Complaining about water. That lightning actually is quite blinding when it goes off. Oh, there it is. Okay, so we've got the rocks. We needed a palm frond. I think you got to take down a whole palm tree to get that. Like, let's grab this one here. That's quite a storm out there. Fill up that canteen, please. Alright, there we go. No, we need this, the palm bunch. We can get sticks from that trunk later, though. Whoops. Alright, there's our frond. What else do we need? Water still. All we need is the coconut. And we gotta find a coconut when we've been... Okay, I see one, I see one, I see one. Okay. Climbing. I swear I saw it. Do I have to come at it from the other side? Yep. I see another one too. Okay, there we go. And we have to craft that, I think, into a flask. Okay, not enough room in the inventory, of course. But then when we pick it up, there will be. And now, can we make this? No, because we need another we need another lashing. Okay, so we're probably not going to get this done before this storm is done. Drew, we're going to give you some water as soon as the storm is over. But I want that thing to fill as much as it can. Meanwhile, be on the lookout for small palm trees. We're looking. This is definitely, actually the most tension I have felt since this playthrough started. I do feel Drew's situation around water is getting more desperate. And he's just kind of in a constant state of thirst. And that's keeping his health from getting back up from the poisoning. And so the limited resources that we're dealing with here I think are really starting to wear on his success, and it's making me tense in a good way, in a fun way. But I do want him to succeed. I want to see what else this game has to offer, and if he dies of thirst on day 9, then you know, we're not going to see that. Okay, make the lashing. I think I have make it. Okay, now if we can get out here. Find our other water station, because I would like them to be together. Because you can't move them once you put them in. There's probably an argument to be made for them not being together. Some kind of don't, put all your eggs in one basket type logic. There's also an argument to be made for putting it down now before you waste any more water. But we're going to get what I want, which is putting it right here. So, craft, place, collect, please. Tell me you've got something. Drink. How much water did that give him? 1 bar. 2 bars. It is the most water he's had. 3 bars. All right. And as the storm begins to come to a close, perhaps also we've taken a step towards Drew having a better water situation, which could be a relief. Definitely. How's his UV? Decent. All right, I think I'm going to head Drew back into the... I assume our potatoes got watered. There's a circle around the water. I think that means they were watered. I'm going to head Drew back over to his shelter. I'm going to drop a save in. And, I don't feel like this is the end of our water issues by any stretch, but at least when it does rain, Drew will have twice as much water as he has now. I do think we need to check another island. I think that there's more resources out there for us to gather. I also feel like we need to continue to push down these crafting tracks so that we can get to whatever this is, because I think this is going to help with our water. I'd also like to look into the tool belt to understand how that works, to see if maybe we can make our inventory go a little better. So I think that's everything we're going to do with Drew for this episode. I appreciate your keeping Drew and me company on this sometimes relaxing, sometimes tension-filled survival adventure here in Stranded Deep. I will see you next time.